Welcome to DrUncle Drawing. I'm DrUncle, the DrUncle. I don't claim to be a great artist, not even sure that I claim to be a good artist, but I enjoy drawing. I wanted to share that, and I hope to inspire others to draw as well. In this episode, I'll be drawing a Kirin. I have my medium hardness charcoal pencil and a page from my sketchbook. So I begin. Now the Kirin is a mythical creature and from Chinese and Japanese cultures. And let's see here, trying to get the proportions right. Ooh, that's not quite what I want. And the Kirin, the descriptions vary quite a bit, vary a fair amount anyway. And in Chinese, it's Kirin. And in Chinese, it's kind of thought of as like almost like a unicorn. And I'm working from two different drawings here, mostly from an artist's drawing. But also I have another AI drawing here as well. And the AI drawing seems to be more accurate to the descriptions. The descriptions tend to have like an elk's body and a single upward curved antler or horn. And then I see a lot of drawings with multiple horns and much kind of larger bodies. And so I'm probably going to be tend to be going more off of the drawing that doesn't match the descriptions I'm seeing. So that's okay. I'm going to get the rest of the. That's about all right. That's about right. This one is about right here. Trying to get the placement of the hooves. Because if I get the placement of the hooves, hopefully it'll be in the right proportion. Sometimes I have trouble with proportions. I've been practicing this again, and one of my drawings almost looked like the Kirin had a Shetland pony as its ancestry. So I'm trying to avoid too weak or too small of legs here. And then after I get this, then maybe I'll go back and start trying to draw left to right to minimize the smearing that I tend to do. And so I was reading that Kirin could fly, and they can also walk on water. I'm not sure why they would need to fly if they can walk, or why they would need to walk on water if they can fly. But maybe that's multiple legends, and in some it can't fly. I mean, if it can fly, couldn't it just fly just above the water? There, that's not too bad. All right, so I want to kind of fill in the hoof there. And this Kirin has both scales and fur. And then we also have a tail, rather nice. Tail kind of goes up like that. And I'm going to draw, has a huge like puff of wavy hair coming out of the tail here. So I'll try to get that. Kind of liking how that's turning out this time. Don't always like when I draw hair or fur on this. We'll see how this goes, but okay, now it's kind of losing it a little bit. I'll have to see if I can get it back. If the pencil strokes are too fine, then it starts to look like the Kirin needs some hair conditioner. I think I like doing it that way. try to curve it towards the back. And then, let's see, in this part, it's got very small scales. So I just realized I probably should have them curved up. It seemed to me that scales should be kind of overlapping so that something grabbing it or coming along it would have an easy time sliding off the end. That point, back is a little more rounded. So maybe like that. Put some small scales in there to kind of hide what I was doing. That. And then the legs also have these small scales. I'll go ahead and try to put those in. Seems to be like this strange barb there. I don't know what that is. This is a little thicker than I want in here, but I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and draw this leg to do the sort of hatching here. I'm going to turn it a little bit, make it a little easier. I think that might be a little better. Angle for me, and I'm going to try to get a little different angle on the pencil as well. Try to get a little bit sharper edge. And on the inside, the scales are very fine, and then on the outside, they'll be a lot bigger. They'll be much bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and finish with this. I want this to come down a little bit further, like that. I'm going to go ahead, and the belly sort of has almost a snake-like quality to it, like the underside of a snake might. And the front of the neck also has that quality to it. Okay, and let's put the eye in here. Then it's got this wispy goatee or beard. And it does have, if you remember the dragon episode, if you watch the dragon episode, dragon had this wonderful mustache-like thing. There we go. And then I'm going to go by the description, which has a single horn, curves upward. I'm going to put an ear in here. I'm going to do the outline of the ear with the fur. guess he needs some conditioner, doesn't he? Some lighter scales in here. Then make this mustache a little bit broader. I'm going to be careful. Follow the line because I like the shape of it. That's a little better. Okay, so now through here there's scales again. They're a little bit larger than the other ones, so I'm going to be a little more careful. Go a little slower and just enjoy drawing. It's not about patience, it's about enjoying what you do. Good comment from someone that to do as well as I'd done on the drawing of the sword dancer, a person felt it would either take a lot of luck for them to do it, or it would not have turned out as well. Knowing how many times I tried that, I explained that it was kind of like monkeys at a typewriter. If you have enough monkeys at a typewriter, and you give them a long enough time, eventually it'll turn out the works of William Shakespeare. It's sort of the something from statistics, or actually I'm thinking of a TV show where I first heard that. In this case, the scales, I think, would go downward because you don't want them running up towards the face. You don't want something having, being sliding easily towards the face. And then small scales. I'm going to try to make these a little bit hard to determine which way they go, because I'm not seeing how to mesh them up here. The scales in the body flow to the back, overlap, so it's easy to run off the back. So what do? I go ahead and start making them more distinct. Try to straighten that out. Hopefully that'll make it a little more pleasant to watch the video. The scales are going to get fairly large at this point. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this other leg, and these are inside. So they're going to go down. And yes, I do realize that I'm going from left to right instead of right to left. But I don't think it can be helped too much. It's very hard to draw them the other way. Maybe it's just psychological, but it just seems very difficult for me to do. It seems like this is the right way to do it. And the scales kind of should overlap a bit. So you shouldn't be in straight rows because that would make it too easy to get in. I keep thinking in terms of evolution and what would help with the survivability. But it's a Kirin. Would anything be foolish enough to be attacking it, really? And I'm going to try to change directions here by making the scales like that. Okay, maybe that's not so bad to do it this way. So I could have turned the page upside down. I want to keep going slow because if I go too fast, it starts becoming too irregular. And a little bit smaller here. Probably should have gone for smaller earlier, but that'll work. It's not bad. Now I'm going to add tufts of hair all over. then down the back, I need some fur in there too. That next. And down the neck and all the way. Kind of seems strange to me to have a animal that has scales as well as fur, but that's what it is. I think I'm going to go ahead and call that done, and I'm actually kind of pleased with the way this turned out. It's a little bit large for the sheet of paper, but if that's the worst thing, then I think I should take it. And I, of course, have enjoyed drawing it, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please let me know by clicking on the like button. And if you know of others who might enjoy these videos, please share them. Ooh. Forgot a little bit of fur here. There we go. Now I think I'll call that done. Thank you for watching.